What's up, guys? Welcome to the Premier League opening fixtures day. We are live at 8:48 in the morning right now because we exclusively are going to be revealed of what the Premier League opening fixtures are going to be. Basically, all the fixtures, not even just the opening fixtures. Excuse me. It's going to be all the fixtures here. Now, do beg your pardon in terms of the scrolling text. I was supposed to get my fixture predictions out, but I was a bit slow on the uptake. There was a couple of games that I was still doing. I've made up my mind which is going to be the opening game and which is going to be the last game of the opening weekend, but I've not finished typing it yet. So, as you may see so far, the ones that you can see, well, the scores or not the scores, the fixtures that I've predicted are Bournemouth Man City, Brighton versus Nottingham Forest, Fulham versus Everton, Southampton versus Newcastle, Aston Villa versus Manchester United, Spurs versus Brentford, West Ham versus Crystal Palace. I've still got to do, I can't even count. How many fixtures is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got to do 3 more. I've already got 1, but I've decided in my head for the final one. So I've just got to make 2 more. Just got to think of what teams I've not used yet. So I've not used Arsenal. I've not used Chelsea. I've not used Leicester. I've not used Liverpool. And okay, that's 2 there. And then Wolves. And then what was the other one? I've missed the other one. Newcastle. So those are the ones there. Okay, I've got another one there. I think we're going to get Leicester versus Newcastle. That should be a good one. And then we have... What else do we have left? I'm just still typing my predictions in. Oh, what was the teams again? Then, okay, yeah. Then Arsenal versus Wolves. And that's right. I think the big hitting game we'll get at the start of the season is Liverpool versus Chelsea. That is what I think will be the opening, well, not the opening, but like the really, really big game we'll get at the start of the season. So, you can officially see my predictions scrolling on the screen right now. Guys, let me know what teams you want to play first. Let me know what teams that you would think that you get first. And yeah, let me know if you're thoughts. Shelley, welcome to the stream. Yes, extreme hype of a new season indeed. I'm really, really excited for it. Jack, welcome as well. Fantastic to see all of you here. I need to quickly share the stream because I just done some changes to the thumbnail as well, actually. So, 20 likes. We actually got it before the stream. Fair play, guys. Thank you so much. 30 likes is the target. I'm just going to quickly tweet out that I am live streaming this. Might also make a video on the side of that, but I don't know about that. Maybe this stream might just be enough for all of you guys, really. I did the stream last time and it wasn't too popular, but I was very, very tired beforehand. And I feel a lot more refreshed this time. And really, weirdly enough, I went on a night out. So I don't know why I feel this fresh. But it feels really, I don't know. It feels actually quite... I feel quite refreshed, to be honest, which feels very, very surprising, to be honest. Jack says it's too early. Well, yeah, maybe for most people it's too early. So that is why it's that. Oh, excuse me. Right, how's the audio, by the way? Is it all right? You shouldn't pick up any audio from the TV. It's actually connected to these headphones here. So I will be putting those on when they start going through the games. I will be watching Sky Sports as they will be announcing this. I've got to be aware that some of my viewers are probably going to school as well, so I shouldn't expect them to see this straight away, but hopefully it'll be a nice bit of entertainment afterwards there. Just right, I've already shared all my stuff. For the people that are here, audio's fine, fantastic, that's what I want to hear. If you guys have not liked the stream yet, please do give the stream a like. It really does help the growth of this channel when you do that. And for, I didn't even check if my capture's working. So I don't know if I want to change screen, but that's always a risk. Okay, so with subs at the moment, we're 1,166. Let's just get this out of the way now. Let's see if I can fix this. Hang on a minute. Doesn't look like I'm going to, sadly. Hang on a minute. No, okay, forget it. It's not going to work. Okay, Oh, and this is Frozen 2? Oh, fantastic. Right. Clearly, if they've not got the... Okay, hang on. There we go. This doesn't have the clear settings that I need to set for the other ones. Premier League fixtures, League One fixtures. Yeah, no, exactly. Oh yeah, League One. Yeah, Championship not today. When is the League One, League Two going to be raced at the same time as the Championship though? That's what I felt. Hang on a minute. EFL fixtures 2022-23. Moment of truth. Yeah. So when are the 22-23 Championship, League One, League Two fixtures released? According to this, League One, League Two, and Championship will all be released next week. Okay, so today is only Premier League, but the week after is when all the fixtures of the EFL will be announced, and that's even including National League as well. So that's all going to be next week. Not long to wait. And then after that, we'll have a 4-week countdown. Pretty much a 4-week countdown to and yeah, basically we're going to have that countdown, and then all of a sudden we're going to be having football in our lives again. I mean, football's always been in our lives, but got to be honest, Nations League has been quite not underwhelming, just a bit dull to watch really. So this is the football that we all get excited for. So this is your final time, guys, to leave your predictions. What do you think the opening fixtures are going to be? I've already made mine, so to repeat, I think Bournemouth and City will be the first game. Brighton, I think, will play Nottingham Forest, so the tale of the two Swansea managers going head-to-head. Fulham, I think, will play Everton. Southampton, I think, will play Newcastle. I can't spell Newcastle. Villa versus Manchester United. Spurs versus Brentford. West Ham versus Palace. I've got Newcastle twice. I've missed someone out. I've definitely missed someone out. Who have I not included? I've done one team absolutely dirty by not including them. Was it West Ham? It's West Ham, isn't it? I've just realised I've got Newcastle twice. Which one? So I've got to place one of the Newcastles. No, I've got West Ham. Who have I not included? I've missed out someone, and I feel bad whoever I have missed out. I've got Arsenal. I'm just counting the different teams I can see. Bournemouth, Man City, Brighton, Forest, Fulham, Everton, Southampton, Newcastle, Aston Villa, Man United, Spurs, Brentford, West Ham, Palace, Leicester, Arsenal, Wolves, Liverpool, Chelsea. Yeah, I have missed someone. Oh my gosh, who have I missed out? I've done Aston Villa, I've done Brentford, Brighton. No, I did do Brighton. Arsenal, Bournemouth, yeah. Palace, Everton, Fulham. Did I do Leeds? I didn't do Leeds, didn't I? That's it. I've missed out Leeds. Oh my gosh, how can I miss out Leeds? Who do I think Leeds will more realistically play? I think they could play Leicester. So I'll put Leeds replacing the last Newcastle. Fix that other Newcastle there. And there we go. Perfect. There we go. So, Nick, welcome to the stream. I've predicted the opening fixtures of the Premier League. Obviously, we're going to get all the fixtures around. So, I really should get Capture working, to be honest. Bear with me, guys. I'm just going to see if I can just quickly fix all of this. What I should get is the Premier League app ready and open. We've got 3 minutes. Yay. Like doing things in the last minute, don't I? It's the Premier League. Okay, the Premier League app is there. It needs to be scrolled in more than this. And I've already synced the schedule, so I'll get it on my phone immediately. Let's see if this is going to work. Moment of truth. Let's see if this works, guys. No, I'm going to have to remove that. Add it again. And hopefully that works. Come on. There we go. No, it works. It works, guys. Right, so if that's what I wanted, I'm going to keep refreshing this screen. eventually we should see our games there. I don't know why this is not working there. There you go. Right, just ignore all of that. There we go. All of that sorted. We're all ready now. The countdown is officially going to be starting now. Camera's going to be frozen, I think. Yeah. Oh my god, that's a face to pull. I don't know when that's right. Yeah. There we go. That's better. Much better. There we go. Okay. Everything's ready. I'm going to be refreshing my phone. I'm going to be putting these on because Sky Sports are just about to announce it. Under 2 minutes now. Guys, this is your final time. Who do you want to get in the opening day? Who do you think will get in the last day? Let's see if we find out. I mean, as a Chelsea fan, we got Palace last year. It's so tricky, and I can't even remember who had in the opening fixtures of the year before. It was really weird last year how they did it because some teams didn't play for quite some time. But I've got a really bad feeling we're going to get a really bad opening day fixture, hence why I predicted Liverpool away. And there's always a heavy hitter game at the opening day of the fixture. So I think Liverpool are due one, and I think they'll play Chelsea. I was thinking Spurs because of the rejuvenation of Conte, but they had the big hard-hitting game last year against Man City. So, and for the fact that Liverpool didn't have a hard-hitting game, but Man City did last time, I think they'll swap and I think they'll take turns. So I think Liverpool-Chelsea will be the opening big hard-hitting game, but we're going to find out. Right, here we go. 8:59. I'm going to keep refreshing this. Come on. Come on. Nearly ready. Come on. It's 9 o'clock now. It's just, well, have they dropped? I'm going straight to the app. Have they dropped? Have they dropped? Not yet. Still waiting. Come on. Yes, right there. Yeah, they're out. They're out. Okay. Wow. Okay. Got them. So, as follows for the opening game week. Crystal Palace play Arsenal. That's the opening day fixture. Fulham play Liverpool. Bournemouth play Aston Villa. So, the rumours that Man City were playing Bournemouth first are completely false. Leeds play Wolves. Oh, so close to doing that. Leicester play Brentford. Newcastle play Nottingham Forest. Spurs play Southampton. Everton play Chelsea. So I wasn't far away. Oh, that's a tough game for us. Man United play Brighton. And West Ham play Man City on the hard-hitting game. That is interesting. Okay, then. That is very interesting. So, Frank Lampard's facing Chelsea in his opening day of the Premier League. Right, we need to announce all of it now. Okay. Let's write it. Let's write all of those here. So, Crystal Palace. I can't actually type today. Come on. Crystal Palace play Arsenal first. Something about Arsenal. They always have the first game of the season. I don't get it. Fulham versus Liverpool. Now, that's a really tough game for them to start. Bournemouth versus Aston Villa, which I think is interesting. Leeds versus Wolves. Leicester versus Brentford, which is interesting there. Then Newcastle versus Nottingham Forest. Now, that is a great one, Newcastle and Nottingham Forest. Spurs versus Southampton. Everton versus Chelsea. That's a really big game, Everton-Chelsea. Man United versus Brighton. And we've also got West Ham versus Man City. That's going to be the hard-hitting game. Okay. I'll look at also the other ones as well. Right. What are the final weekend? The final weekend, 28th of May. Let's actually show you. Well, I can't. Well, can I show you? Is it actually going to show in the Premier League? I want to actually show you guys. Let's go to fixtures. Are they there? Come on. Come on. No, come on. You can do it. No. Show it to me. I've got it on my phone, but I want the website to show us the fixtures. No, come on. Why they've not updated yet? Come on, you could do this. Oh, come off it. Please. Come on, you could do this. Just do it. Do it. No. Oh my god, I don't want to sync it now. I've already got the fixtures, but it's not shown on the website. I'm so excited. Right, final day. I'll just read the final day. Hopefully I can get it shown to you. Arsenal play Wolves. Aston Villa play Brighton. Brentford Man City. So Brentford would not want to be in the relegation battle in the final day. Chelsea Newcastle. Crystal Palace Forest. Everton Bournemouth. Leeds Spurs. Leicester West Ham. Man United Fulham. And Southampton Liverpool. In terms of the title race, both Liverpool and Man City have a bit of an okay away day, I guess. I think Liverpool with Southampton away is quite tricky. Fulham would not want to be in the final day in the relegation battle if they've got to play Man United away. Then Forest have got Palace away, not too bad, but it's still going to be a pretty tough game. And then Bournemouth have got Everton. I tell you what, if Everton and Bournemouth are fighting survival and they play against each other, that could be a really, really big game. Huge game could be, actually. Wow. Okay. So, got the home fixtures here. Okay, well, they're only just showing game one. Come on. There we go. Right, I can show you guys. So, let's actually share the screen, because I can actually now officially show you guys, for real, what are the Premier League fixtures. Now, also, what we've got to think about, there is going to be a break in this season as well, because we're going to have the Qatar World Cup halfway. So let's just actually think of when that is going to be. That's going to be at the start, well, yeah, right at the start of November. So let's look at this. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Saturday to the 12th to Monday to the 26th. So right here, guys, these are going to be the final games before the Qatar World Cup. Let's go through them one at a time. So, those are the opening day fixtures. As I said, Palace Arsenal, 8 p.m. kickoff. Fulham Liverpool. Bournemouth Aston Villa. Leeds Wolves. Leicester Brentford. Is it too small, guys? Let me just zoom in quickly. Maybe that was a bit too much zoom. There we go. That's much better. So, Palace Arsenal. Fulham Liverpool. Bournemouth Villa. Leeds Wolves. Leicester Brentford. Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, Spurs, Southampton, and Everton versus Chelsea, Man United, Brighton, and West Ham Man City. If we're looking at game 2, this is what game 2 is currently looking like. Not a bad start for Forest, says Nick Hempel, but Brighton goodbye, got relegation, says Shelley. Interesting you said that. Okay, let's look at game 2. I'm actually not going to listen to them now because now it's not so important. So, Arsenal, Leicester, Aston Villa versus Everton, Brentford versus Man United, Brighton Newcastle, Chelsea Spurs, oh my gosh, Everton and then Spurs. Okay, Liverpool versus Crystal Palace, Man City Bournemouth. Okay, so it's game 2 where Man City played Bournemouth here. Forest versus West Ham, wow, and tell you what, that being the first home game for Forest, that's going to be huge. Southampton Leeds. And then Wolves Fulham. Okay, that's interesting. So, any two teams like with 2 tough games to start things off, really? I'm just thinking, Brentford with Leicester and then followed by Man United. That's not a nice start for them at all. Brentford have got quite a tough start at the moment, for what I know. Leeds with Wolves, then followed by Southampton. That's not an awful start for Leeds. Okay, so the third week, Bournemouth, Arsenal. Bournemouth with Man City and Arsenal back to back. Palace versus Aston Villa. Everton versus Nottingham Forest. Fulham Brentford. That's a huge game, I think, for both teams at this stage of the season. Leeds Chelsea. Okay. Leicester versus Southampton. Man United Liverpool. Game 3. Oh, I'm in for that. Newcastle City. The Oil Derby. Spurs Wolves and West Ham and Brighton. Okay, that's not awful so far. Game 4, we have got Arsenal Fulham. Fulham have got 2 London derbies back to back. They've got Brentford and then Arsenal. And yeah, if you remember, I mean, they've also got Liverpool as well. So they've got Liverpool and Arsenal very in quick succession there. Aston Villa play West Ham, the Claret derby there. Brentford, Everton, Brighton, Leeds, Chelsea, Leicester, Liverpool, Bournemouth. I tell you what, Bournemouth start first games to get Man City, Arsenal and Liverpool in a row. I thought Bournemouth's opening game was quite generous, with them being at home to Villa. But now looking at the next 3 games they've got, Bournemouth have got a really tough start. Man City, Palace, Nottingham Forest, Spurs. So this is the first time they're going to play one of the top 6 Nottingham Forest. Southampton, Man United and Wolves, Newcastle so far. Then to finish August off in game... Okay, let's actually look at this. It's split within 2 days for some weird reason. Bournemouth, Wolves. Finally, Bournemouth got a bit of a break. Arsenal, Villa. Fulham, Brighton. Fulham have got quite fair few winnable home games, Leeds, Everton. Leicester, Man United. West Ham, Spurs. Leicester have got a pretty tough start. They've got Chelsea, Man United within the first 5 games. So Leicester have got a pretty tough start. West Ham, Spurs. Palace, Brentford. Another Londonish derby there. Southampton, Chelsea, Liverpool, Newcastle and Man City, Forest. Oh, now this is when things get tricky for Forest. So they have Spurs. Then Man City back to back. So that's going to make things very interesting for them. What are the comments saying so far? Nothing so far. Guys, let me know of your comments and your thoughts of this in the comments down below. Excuse me. If you've not liked the stream yet, guys, please do give the stream a like. It's just tremendously help this channel. So, this is game 6, if I can count. Just double checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is game 6. Villa, Man City, Brentford, Leeds, Brighton, Leicester, Chelsea, West Ham, Everton, Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, Newcastle, Palace, Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth. Huge game that. Spurs, Fulham, and Wolves, Southampton. Okay, things are now getting a bit tricky for Fulham there. Game 7 is as follows. Bournemouth, Brighton, Arsenal, Everton, Palace, Man United, Fulham, Chelsea. There's the West London derby. Leeds, Forest. Forest have got 2 games back-to-back against Bournemouth and Leeds. That should be a really important time for Forest. Leicester, Aston Villa, Liverpool, Wolves, Man City, Spurs, Southampton, Brentford and West Ham, Newcastle. Game 9, I believe. Aston Villa, Southampton, Brentford, Arsenal, Brighton, Palace, Chelsea, Liverpool. Okay, so we don't play Liverpool until mid-September. That's interesting. Everton, West Ham, Man United, Leeds, Newcastle, Bournemouth, Forest, Fulham. God, Forest have got 3 huge games in a row then. 2 against newly promoted teams and Leeds sandwiched in between that there. Spurs versus Leicester and Wolves versus Man City. October, so the first week of October, game 10. Bournemouth, Brentford, huge game for them. Arsenal, Spurs, so the North London derby, the first meeting at the Emirates this season in the 1st of October there. Palace versus Chelsea, Fulham, Newcastle, Leeds, Aston Villa, Leicester, Forest. There's the Midlands derby. So we have got the North London derby and the Midlands derby in the same week. Oh, and the Manchester derby too. Okay, this is derby weekend. Derby weekend, 1st of October. Note it down, guys. We've got Arsenal, Spurs, Leicester, Forest, and Man City, Man United in that same game week. Oh my God. Wow. That's the most eye-catching one I've seen so far. Then we've got Bournemouth, Leicester, Arsenal, Liverpool. Liverpool really have some tricky games after that. Then Brighton, Spurs, Chelsea, Wolves, Palace, Leeds. Chelsea not playing Man City yet. Palace, Leeds, Everton, Man United, Man City, Southampton, Newcastle, Brentford, Forest, Aston Villa, West Ham, Fulham. So Chelsea at this stage have not played. We've only played Spurs and Liverpool, if I remember right. We've not played Arsenal yet. We've not played Man United. We've not played Man City. So we're having the big 6 games, Chelsea, like right, they've been pushed really far forward. And once again, this is another week when we're not going to get it. Aston Villa, Chelsea. That could mean we could get 3 really tough games in a row like we did last season, when we had Arsenal followed by Liverpool, and I can't remember what the other one was, but we had another one. Brentford, Brighton, Fulham, Bournemouth, huge game that. Leeds, Arsenal, Leicester, Palace, Liverpool, Man City is the 15th of October. Interesting. Man United, Newcastle, Southampton, West Ham, Spurs, Everton, and Wolves and Forest. Tuesday and Wednesday, so the week after that, really, you've got Bournemouth, Southampton, Arsenal, Man City, Brentford, Chelsea. So Man City are away to Liverpool and Arsenal in a row. Brentford have got to play Chelsea there, so there's the other West London derby there. Brighton, Forest, Fulham, Aston Villa, Leicester, Leeds, Crystal Palace, Wolves, Newcastle, Everton, Liverpool, West Ham, Manchester United, Spurs. Interesting stuff. There's Man United for Chelsea. Right, okay, so 22nd of October. We've got a quite fair bit to wait, actually. Villa, Brentford, fair. Everton, Palace, Leeds, Fulham, within that as well. Forest and Liverpool as well. Oh, that's going to be a really good game, I think. Southampton, Arsenal, Spurs, Newcastle, West Ham, Bournemouth, and Wolves versus Leicester. What's everyone saying so far? Leicester versus Forest is not a major derby. Well, a lot of people would disagree with that. I mean, there's a good split in terms of... Would you say Leicester and Forest is a derby? People call it a Midlands derby. I mean, I don't know if it's Leicester fans wanting a rivalry, and I don't know if it's Nottingham Forest fans really asking for it. I don't know. Let me know if it's a really major derby, because for what I've seen in the media, it's a huge derby that people talk about there. But if it are going to... Well, maybe a rivalry rather than a derby, but they are around the Midlands area, both Leicester and Forest, so I can understand where the rivalry comes from. But that weekend, now that I think about it, has the North London derby and the Manchester derby in the same week. Has that ever happened before? It must have happened previously, but it's very rare that happens. Oh, Man City Forest game 5. Yeah, exactly. So, I've actually lost count how many games we are right now. So, 29th of October, Bournemouth Spurs. So, Bournemouth had a pretty good run with games after a really tough start to the season. Arsenal Forest. So, Forest have got Liverpool and Arsenal back-to-back there. Brentford Wolves, Brighton Chelsea, Palace Southampton, Fulham Everton, Leicester Man City, Liverpool Leeds. Always a good game there. Man United West Ham, Newcastle Aston Villa. Right, and there's our game with Arsenal. So we don't play Arsenal till November. A lot of home games as well, which makes me a little bit nervous. Aston Villa, Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Everton, Leicester, Leeds, Bournemouth, Man City, Fulham. Oh dear, I fear for Fulham in that day. Nottingham Forest, Brentford, Southampton, Newcastle, Spurs, Liverpool. That should be a good game. West Ham, Palace, and Wolves, Brighton. 12th of November. So guys, note this day down as well, because this is the final set of games before we go to the World Cup, okay? Bournemouth, Everton, Brighton, Villa, Fulham, Man United. That's going to be, basically, it's actually a repeat. Is it a repeat of the... No. This is the final game week, I think. But switched around. Yeah. So, Bournemouth, Everton, Brighton, Villa, Fulham, Man United, Liverpool, Southampton, Man City, Brentford, Newcastle, Chelsea, Forest, Palace, Spurs, Leeds, West Ham, Leicester, Wolves, Arsenal. So, these games here are going to be the final games before the World Cup in Qatar. And also, if you want to wonder where we see those set of fixtures again, they are actually the final fixtures of the season. Just, imagine them being swapped around. So we return on Boxing Day after a tough World Cup in Qatar. Arsenal play West Ham. Aston Villa play Liverpool. Brentford Spurs, good game there. Chelsea Bournemouth. I was going to say we've not played Forest yet. We've got Fulham away, but then this is when we play Bournemouth. Excuse me. At home, Palace, Fulham, Everton, Wolves, Leeds, Man City, Leicester, Newcastle, Manchester United versus Forest, and Southampton versus Brighton. Interesting. And there we go. There's this Nottingham Forest game. I knew it was coming. So, Forest, whilst they've got an alright start, that's two occasions where they've got 2 of the top 6 in a row. So, I think they had Liverpool followed by Arsenal. And within the December time, 5 days of each other, they've got Man United away, followed by Chelsea at home. Bournemouth play Palace, Brighton, Arsenal, Fulham, Southampton, Liverpool, Leicester, Man City, Everton, Newcastle, Leeds, Forest, Chelsea, as I said, Spurs, Aston Villa, Wolves, Man United, and West Ham, Brentford. And there is where Chelsea play Man City. So actually, we don't play Man City till the new year, which is very interesting there. Yeah, so yeah, fantastic that you're noting all these dates down, Nick. As a Forest fan, it's not a derby. Gary Lineker joined the proper East Midlands derby, finally in the right. Oh, he's joked about it. All right, well, fair enough. I know, maybe it's Forest fans wanting to make something of it. I don't know, but yeah, we'll see how they respond to that though. If they treated it like a good game. So Monday, 2nd of January. This is when Chelsea finally play Man City. Arsenal, Newcastle, Aston Villa, Wolves, Brentford, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, Crystal Palace, Spurs, Everton, Brighton, Leeds, West Ham, Leicester, Fulham, Manchester United, Bournemouth, and Southampton, Forest. Now, I think now we're going to start getting reverse fixtures. Yes. So this is the, I quote, the derby weekend repeated. Especially that we've got Man United, Man City. And the other one, North London one, Spurs, Arsenal. God, I tell you what, that's it. It's huge to get those two derbies out the way so quickly, actually. From the 14th of January, actually. That makes things very, very interesting. So, yeah, Chelsea don't play Man City till New Year. That's interesting. And, okay, after that, we're going to start getting repeats. And then we've got Liverpool. Okay, so that's going to be the toughest bit for us because we've got Man City. Then it is Palace. Yeah, Palace at home. But then Liverpool away. Okay, that's going to be Chelsea's toughest one so far. Bournemouth, Forest there. That's crucial. Arsenal, Man United there. God, so Man United have got Man City, then Arsenal. That's cruel on them. Palace, Newcastle, Fulham, Spurs, Leeds, Brentford, Leicester, Brighton, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, Wolves, Southampton, Villa, and West Ham, Everton. Starting on with February, Villa, Leicester, Brentford, Southampton, Brighton, Bournemouth, Chelsea, Fulham. Okay, so that's the second time we play Fulham. Everton, Arsenal, Man United, Palace, Newcastle, West Ham, Forest, Leeds, Spurs, Man City, Wolves, Liverpool. Interesting stuff there. And then we've got West Ham after that. Okay. Couple of London games. Bournemouth, Newcastle, Arsenal, Brentford, Palace, Brighton, Fulham, Forest there. Who did Forest have previously to that? Fed Leeds. So Forest have got Leeds, then Fulham there. That's going to be a crucial period then, February for Forest. Leeds, Man United, Leicester, Spurs, Liverpool, Everton. Oh, Merseyside Derby. Why did I not comment about the Merseyside Derby there? Goodness me. Man City, Aston Villa, and Southampton, Wolves, and then West Ham, Chelsea. I don't seem to remember seeing Chelsea play West Ham. I mean, maybe I did. Maybe I just didn't. I just completely ignored the Merseyside Derby. Sorry about that. Right, let's keep going. Aston Villa, Arsenal, Brentford, Palace, Chelsea, Southampton, Brighton, Fulham, Everton, Leeds, Man United, Leicester, Newcastle, Liverpool, Forest, Man City, Spurs, West Ham, Wolves, and Bournemouth. So that is a crucial start off for February for Forest as they've got Leeds and Fulham, but then followed by Man City. So they really want to get 6 points before they play against Man City there. Then for the 25th, Bournemouth, City. Okay, so Man City have got two of the newly promoted teams in a row there. Palace, Liverpool, Everton, Villa, Fulham, Wolves, Leeds, Southampton, Leicester, Arsenal, Man United, Brentford, Newcastle, Brighton, Spurs, Chelsea. Oh, that's a tough game for us there. 25th of February, West Ham, Forest there. And then we've got Leeds. Okay, that's not too bad for Chelsea. Arsenal, Bournemouth, Aston Villa, Palace, Brentford, Fulham, West London Derby there. Brighton, West Ham, Chelsea, Leeds, Liverpool, Man United there. Man City, Newcastle, Forest, Everton, Southampton, Leicester, and Wolves versus Spurs. Bournemouth versus Liverpool there. Palace, Man City, Everton, Brentford, Fulham, Arsenal, Leeds, Brighton, Leicester, Chelsea. Oof. Man United, Southampton, Newcastle, Wolves, Spurs, Forest, and West Ham, Aston Villa. Then we're starting to get to March, and I'm a bit worried that Chelsea have not really played many of the top six twice so far. The only ones that we've really played twice, if I can recall, are Liverpool, and what was the other one just now? It was Spurs. So we've not played Man City again. We've not played Arsenal again, and the other one. I've forgotten the other one. Chelsea Everton. So these are the opening game. Well, this is the opening fixture games, but repeated. So we already know all of those. 18th of March. Villa, Arsenal, Palace, Villa, Bournemouth, Brentford, Leicester, Brighton, United, Chelsea, Everton, Liverpool, Fulham, Man City, West Ham, Forest, Newcastle, Southampton, Spurs, Wolves, Leeds. Once again, Chelsea not playing one of them yet. Josh, welcome to the stream. When does it break for the World Cup? I'll do that right now, actually. Coniston, welcome to the stream. So, the break for the World Cup, Josh, is on the 12th of November here. Because if you can notice here, the gap is, large enough. Monday, Boxing Day. So, Boxing Day to this. 12th of November is the final game week before Boxing Day. Now, for the Championship, I believe what they're going to do, they're going to start a bit earlier, or they're going to resume football earlier, basically at the same week of the quarter-final stages of the World Cup. Whereas with the Premier League, they're just going to start when the World Cup ends. Alright? So, 12th of November is the final week before the World Cup. 26th of December, Boxing Day, is when Premier League football returns. Should be a nice treat for all of us at Christmas. So we were at this week here, 18th of March. This is basically the opening fixtures, but flipped around. Now we've made it to April. Still no sign for Chelsea playing Man City again. Still no sign of playing Arsenal again. And what was the other one we've not played against yet? We've Spurs and Liverpool. And then Man United, we've not played them yet again. Bournemouth, Fulham, Arsenal, Leeds, Brighton, Brentford, Chelsea, Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, Leicester, Everton, Spurs, Man City, Liverpool, 1st of April. So that's the second time they meet each other, Man City, Liverpool. In the 1st of April there, Newcastle, Man United, Forest, Wolves, and West Ham, Southampton. And still, I'm almost just hoping that we play Chelsea still got to play 3 of the top 6, and we are only at the 8th. Well, we are at the 8th of April, so it's getting a little bit scary now. Villa, Forest, Brentford, Newcastle, Fulham, West Ham, Leeds, Palace, Leicester, Bournemouth, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, Everton, Southampton, Man City, Spurs, Brighton, Wolves, Chelsea. Still none of them there. So then we got Aston Villa, Newcastle, Chelsea, Brighton, Everton, Fulham, Leeds, Liverpool, Man City, Leicester, Forest, Man United, Southampton, Palace, Spurs, Bournemouth, West Ham, Arsenal, Wolves, Brentford. Right, finally, that's what I've been waiting for. So there's a huge break for Chelsea. So the last game we actually played against the top 6 was Liverpool in January time, like late January. So Chelsea have got a 3-month break before we have to play anyone else in the top 6. Which is going to be Man United at Old Trafford on the 22nd of April. That's always going to be tough. Bournemouth, West Ham, Arsenal, Southampton, Brentford, Villa, Brighton, Man City, Palace, Everton, Fulham, Leeds, Leicester, Wolves, Liverpool, Forest, Man United, Chelsea, Newcastle, Spurs. And then that's followed up by Brentford here. Okay. Everton, Newcastle there. Leeds, Leicester, Forest, Brighton, Spurs, Man United. Man United got Chelsea and Spurs back-to-back. That's cruel on them. And then they've got Forest there. And then Everton. Okay, Manchester United got a pretty tough run at the end of the season. West Ham, Liverpool, Wolves, Palace, Aston Villa, Fulham, Chelsea, Brentford, Southampton, Bournemouth, and Man City, Arsenal. Interesting stuff. Let's just quickly look at comments there. One interesting question. When do you predict match days? When you predict match days, do you predict for the results to match your table earlier for the season? Not during the football, but beforehand I will. Yeah. In terms of my early predictions, that's what I tend to do. I tend to go on Table Predictor and put all my predictions there, and then that's how I get my table. I'll start doing those maybe next week, actually. Maybe I definitely want to feel like a good month before the season starts. I'll start doing all of that, all right? Then 29th of April, okay, there's Arsenal. So we've got, within a week, we've got Man United and Arsenal away. Oh, that's cruel. Bournemouth, Leeds, Arsenal, Chelsea, Brentford, Forest, Brighton, Wolves, Palace, West Ham, Fulham, Man City, Leicester, Everton, Liverpool, Spurs, Man United, Arsenal, and then Newcastle, Southampton. Thing is, that's probably going to be Chelsea's toughest period, because if Brentford are near the bottom of the table, they'll be fighting for their lives there. Then 6th of May, away to Bournemouth for Chelsea, Brighton, Everton, Fulham, Leicester, Liverpool, Brentford, Man City, Leeds, Newcastle, Arsenal, Forest, Southampton, Spurs, Palace, West Ham, Man United, Wolves, Aston Villa. Then in the 13th of May, Arsenal, Brighton, Aston Villa, Spurs, Brentford, West Ham, Chelsea, Forest, Palace, Bournemouth, Everton, Man City, Leeds, Newcastle, Leicester, Liverpool, Man United, Wolves, Southampton, Fulham. So, yeah, we've got Forest and then Bournemouth back-to-back. So, Man City had two of the newly promoted teams back-to-back. But now we've got that between May right there. 20th of May, and there's Man City. That's what I was waiting for. I tell you what, Man City to play Chelsea at home in the penultimate game week of the season while Liverpool have got to play Aston Villa. That could be a really crucial week, that. Bournemouth, Man United, Brighton, Southampton, Fulham, Palace, Liverpool, Villa, Man City, Chelsea, Newcastle, Leicester, Forest, Arsenal, Spurs, Brentford, West Ham, Leeds, Wolves, Everton. And then there's the final game week, as I did say at the start. Arsenal, Wolves, Aston Villa, Brighton, Brentford, Man City, Chelsea, Newcastle, Palace, Forest, Everton, Bournemouth, Leeds, Spurs, Leicester, West Ham, Man United, Fulham, and Southampton versus Liverpool. Season ends 28th of May. Yeah, that's right. I mean, I'm not surprised because when you think about it, they've had to, basically, right now, they can't keep having a fixture congestion. The reason why it's going to end so late this year is the World Cup. That's the simple reason behind that. We've already shown you guys when the World Cup's going to be. Charlie, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. So, I'll just remind you guys again, in case anyone's just joined, when the World Cup is and what that's going to do to the fixtures. Bear with me with scrolling. So, Saturday the 12th of November is the final game week there. So, Charlie, in your part, you'll play Spurs last before the World Cup. For my sake, I've got Newcastle last. And then to December, 26th of December, Boxing Day, is when football returns to the Premier League. Just a word of warning, guys. In the Championship, it's going to actually start a couple of weeks before. And I actually think the Championship resumes a week before. At the quarterfinal stage. Whenever the quarterfinal stage is at the World Cup, that's what I know for a fact is when the Championship is going to do it. So, if I can count 7 days back, I think 19th of December is when the Championship will be back during the World Cup. And I think the Premier League will be back a week later. So let's say, for instance, I mean, that's really tough for Leeds there. So, within that period there, Spurs, Leeds, Charlie, your final game before the World Cup and the game back after the World Cup, Man City. So, that's, honestly, I think that's Leeds' toughest period, to be honest. I think the rest of it is not that bad, to be honest. I think Bournemouth have got a really tough opening game of fixtures. So, if you notice, I mean, yes, Villa doesn't seem so bad, but then when you go to the next 3 weeks, they've got Man City there, then they have got Arsenal there, and then they've got Liverpool away. So I think Bournemouth have got the toughest start to the season out of all the newly promoted teams. Fulham's, let's look at them. Let's look at the clubs one by one now. I think that's the best way to do it. If I can go to clubs... How can I look at clubs? I'm still trying to figure this out. Let's go to Bournemouth first. I don't want to go to their website there. I'm just thinking what to do. I like our home game. Going to start. Yeah, our final fixtures are well hard, says Charlie. Let's remind ourselves. Have we... Oh, there we go. That's much better animation now. Let's remind ourselves. Okay, so you said the final ones are very hard for you. Let's look at those together then. Right, this is... are they going to load? 20th of May. Okay, let's look at the final three. So you got Newcastle. That's not so bad. Unless you're talking about Man City there. So 6th of May... Okay, look, Bournemouth there. Leeds have got to beat Bournemouth there at that stage. Then you've got Man City, 6th of May. Then Newcastle. Yeah, it'd be quite tricky. West Ham, I don't know. I think Leeds could get a result if they catch them on the right day. And then ends with Spurs. Oh, yeah, true. That is quite tricky for Leeds. To be honest, I feel like if Leeds really strengthen, they can start to compete again. Like, I'm looking at this Leeds. Like, if this was Marcelo Bielsa's year one Leeds in the Premier League, I think they can give all of them a game. But... unfortunately, now they've been substantially worsened off, any game becomes a really huge game for that. Could be a European tour, says Charlie. That should be true. Season then 3 weeks later for normal. Well, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it, with the World Cup? True. So that is what they'll be doing there. Blue Terrier, welcome to the stream. So guys, if any of you have just joined, if there's any weeks that you want to see, if there's any teams you want to specifically see fixtures for, let me know quickly. So I'm thinking of just going to the teams, well, not one by one. I'm not going to look at all of them. I'm not going to have time to do that. But I want to look at the newly promoted teams especially. I want to see Fulham, and I want to see their opening fixtures. No, I just want Fulham's. Why can I not see Fulham's Why can I not just see Fulham's fixtures here? That's so off-putting. Is there a way I can just look at Fulham's fixtures and just that? There we go. So, Liverpool at home, which is, yeah, undoubtedly the toughest opening game that the newly promoted teams have had. Then Wolves, then Brentford, then Arsenal, Brighton, Spurs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so Liverpool in their first 6 have got Liverpool, Arsenal and Spurs, but they've also got Brentford, Wolves and Brighton within that. They've got to look at that Brentford and Brighton game as 2 games that they really should try and get something through there. Fulham end off with, I'm going to look at their final 6 now. I'm going to just try and count. So, Fulham, well, they've got Aston Villa away, Man City home, Leicester home, Southampton away, Palace home, Man United away. That's not nice for them either, to be honest. A lot of away games. You know, I mean, their away games I don't think are too bad, but, you know, Villa and, you know, Southampton probably could get something, but then it's easier said than done. You know, their home games, I'm only really seeing Palace as like the one that they can really go for. You know, Leicester will be tricky. Man City especially will be tough if they're going to be chasing for the title. And then Man United away to end the season. So I think Fulham, pretty tough overall. I'm now going to quickly look at Bournemouth's and look at their opening fixtures and final few fixtures as well. I can safely say that they've got the toughest opening 6 games. But I'll just quickly look into those now. Just to remind you guys, they've got Aston Villa to start things off, but then Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool in a row. Then they've got Bournemouth there, Wolves there, sorry, and then Nottingham Forest away. Oh my gosh. That's a huge game, that Forest-Bournemouth game for Bournemouth. But considering for the fact that Bournemouth are really going to be against it at the start of the season, they should look at that Forest game being a must-win for them. Wolves will be tricky as well. You know, let's not forget about how good they are. And then Aston Villa. I feel like if Bournemouth can get to a winning start here and beat Villa, then I think that's actually the best thing they can do at the moment. No Gatsby, no party. Gatsby is here. I'm actually going to show you guys where he is in a minute. Going to be in college till nearly 6, says Charlie. Oh, don't worry about that. Go to fixtures, then choose the club. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Leeds last season had 2 managers and a few injuries. I think Leeds won't struggle much to survive this season. Well, let's hope you don't eat your words. Right. Well, if you're talking about these clubs here, they go to the club websites themselves. I mean, unless you want to see that. Bournemouth, I've already done that. Let's just look at their final 6 games. Oh my gosh, okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. Blimey. Okay, so they got Southampton away. Then Leeds at home. Bournemouth should be looking at as a must-win. Then Chelsea with Palace, and then Man United and Everton. Okay, to be fair, their toughest games they have got at home, including Leeds. You know what? I actually think their last 6 games are not so bad. I know Chelsea and Man United will be tricky for them, but in general, I don't think their final 6 games are as bad as Fulham's, to be honest. So to finally look at the newly promoted teams, I'm just going to quickly check out Forest because I think a lot of people are going to be very interested with Forest in particular. Let's look at their opening 6. So they've got Newcastle away, West Ham at home, Everton away, Spurs at home, Man City away, and then Bournemouth at home there, as I did say previously. So, yes, Spurs and Man City, not easy, especially in that Man City away game. That'll be very tough for them. But I got to say, other than that, I think that's not too bad. Newcastle away would not be straightforward. West Ham at home, maybe could get something, I don't know. Everton away, if Everton are going to be struggling, they should try and get something from this. Then Spurs at home, not straightforward there. I tell you what, it's always on that game there. Forest and Bournemouth. If Forest have a difficult start, they should really look at that Bournemouth game thinking that as a must-win. Let's look at their final six. I was eating so fresh, actually, and now I'm feeling quite tired now. Let's just quickly count. Up to 5. Okay, it's up to here, I think. Yeah, I did count it right. So, Brighton at home there. Then Brentford away with Southampton at home. Chelsea away, Arsenal at home, and then ending it with Palace away. So very similar to the opening 6 games. 4 games that don't look so bad, but then sandwiched with a tough away game and a tough home game against the top 6 back-to-back. But other than that, for Forest, I think Brentford, they can get something. Brighton, maybe they could get something if Brighton don't have anything to play for. Southampton, they can. They've got a lot more home games in that period as well. So I think Forest could be looking at that. I think that's a very important time for them. So finally, in terms of looking at individual club games, I'm going to look at Chelsea's. Obviously, being a Chelsea fan, I've already briefly talked about my thoughts. I got to say, I think these fixtures aren't as bad as the ones in previous years. We've not actually had any occasion where you'd have 2 top 6 teams back to back. And we've had that a lot in the past 2 seasons. So that's very refreshing for me. There's definitely, there's one small concern. We've got a lot of away games against the top 6 right near the end of the season. So that I think is a little bit scary. But other than that, I can't complain. Everton at the start though, I personally would love to get that game out of the way because we have a dreadful record against Everton. But then that's followed by Spurs. So you could look at this thinking, oh, that's really tough. But I've got to say, if we're up for it, we should beat Spurs. We really should. Then Leeds away, Leicester at home, Southampton away, and then West Ham at home. So I don't think that's awful for Chelsea, you know. I actually don't think that's too bad, all things considered, you know. Out of all the top 6 teams to play, Spurs I don't think is too bad, especially at Stamford Bridge, with our great record against those teams there. So this is what we were talking about, actually, with those teams. So this is our 7th to last game, that Man United away game. And then, as you can see, within a week, we then play Arsenal away. So that, I think, is the really toughest part of our season. But sandwiched within that is our home game against Brentford, which looks winnable on paper. But if Brentford are fighting for their lives for survival, that is going to be very tricky for Chelsea. We then have Bournemouth away. Then Forest. So we have got the 2 newly promoted teams back-to-back. Then Man City away, and that's a big game because this is Man City's penultimate game of the season. If Man City are chasing Liverpool in that game week, I believe, have Aston Villa at home. So this game right here could really be the difference if Chelsea actually get something here. And then we end it off with Newcastle at home, which I don't think is too bad either. Is there a top 6 anymore? Well, I'm still saying the top 6 because I'm being a traditionalist there. Who's got the best fixtures? Says Charlie. If you're talking about the newly promoted teams, I might edge Forest with that. I think Fulham's, apart from Liverpool, I don't think are too bad for the opening games, but I don't know, to be honest. Blue Terrier says Leeds will finish 13th. I already read that one. This is a note. Okay, no problem. Thank you for supporting this. Forest will go down, says Blue Terrier. What makes you think that Forest will go down? Based on the fixtures I've just shown, maybe. Right. I think now that's enough. I think now we can go back to the original scene. There we are. So, oh my days. Just need to quickly stretch here. So, as you can see, we've now got the opening games typed in right there. I tell you what, that's really interesting there. Everton Chelsea is I don't know. It's not as straightforward as it was playing Palace at the start of the season at home with Vieira's first game as a manager. So yeah, I don't know. Everton are also like a team I don't even really know how they're going to go, to be honest. But I'll give you guys a good 5-10 more minutes for comments. We'll see if we can stream for an hour. And yeah, so we've pretty much shown all the fixtures. We've shown a good number of the clubs' fixtures as they go. Let me know if there's anything you still want to see, any questions that you want to ask me as well. By the way, next week will be the League 1, League 2, Championship and National League opening fixtures. So all the fixtures of the EFL will be released this time next week. Forest will go down based on the fact that when teams got in their face last season, they were poor, and there'll be no Premier League teams to do that. Yeah, that is true, but I've got to say, in one of competitions like the FA Cup, they really competed well. I think it was near the end of the season when Forest was starting to buckle with that. I think Forest will have... who did this? I'm just trying to think of what example team starts well and then drops down. I personally think Forest will have a great start, actually. Despite playing Man City in their opening 6 games, I think they'll have a good start. But I think it's going to make things very squeaky bum time near the end. That's what I think Forest will have. I think Bournemouth are going to struggle. You know, they're not going to really have the momentum on their side. Fulham, in general, I just don't think they're quite fit to be a Premier League outfit yet. And for that, they've got Liverpool as their opening fixture. It's not easy for them either. Can we see Gatsby? Yeah, you can. He is asleep, though. See if you can find him. Oh, there he is. See if he can wake up. Oh, he did not like that at all. Come on. No, you're going to stay asleep then. Yeah, he's going to stay asleep. Well, he's there. He is there. Oh. So, any more questions here? FA Cup is a free hit. Well, you have nothing to lose. So I'm not surprised they beat the likes of Arsenal. No, that's a point. That is a point. I do get that there. Stop Gatsby abuse. Oh, that's outrageous. How can you accuse me of that? Any more questions, guys, on the opening fixtures? Any more teams you want me to cover? Because I've pretty much gone through all the fixtures now. If there's still any questions you want to know, like the World Cup, for instance, there. I'm just trying to think of... In terms of a Chelsea fan, I don't mind these fixtures, to be honest. It's just, as I said, if you remember what we had at the start of the season, we had Palace, but then we had Arsenal, and then we had Liverpool away. So, I definitely think Chelsea have been eased into this season a little bit more. Oh yeah, probably yeah. That could be something new. No, that's right. Oh yeah, that's that could be a point. I mean, the thing is with Forest, I feel like on paper, defensively, I think they're going to be the best equipped for the Prem. It's just whether they could put the ball in the back of the net for me. I actually think defensively they've got everything they need. It's just whether they could take their chances, to be honest, and if they're going to score enough goals. That's my only slight concern with Forest. But other than that, I think they'll be okay. I still have a bit more faith in Forest. I think Bournemouth are going to find it tough because of their start. I think it's going to be really difficult for them to get their momentum. And if Parker stays, Parker's not really done anything to prove that he's a Premier League quality manager. I mean, for instance, didn't get Fulham to survive in their season. I know he did all right, got them in 18th place, but the points return was very poor. And I think Fulham, whilst they've got Marco Silva, who can definitely manage in the Premier League, don't know if the squad's going to be strong enough. I mean, I'm hoping we're going to get more of the newly promoted teams stay up there. You're not bothered, yeah, we can get top 2 this time. Well, fair enough, that's the attitude, isn't it? You just go again and move on, exactly. Okay, so 8 of you here. If there's any more questions, please do let me know. But if not, what I'll do, I'll give you guys a good 5 more minutes at least to ask me a couple more questions. And then we can end the stream from there, because we pretty much covered everything. You've heard my live reaction to the fixtures there. All fixtures are subject to change, and the changes could add more spice. No, that's true. I mean, personally, let's say FA Cups and competitions, they could sometimes push games back. That could change a couple of things. But one of the things I was very interested in, we've actually got the North London Derby and the Manchester Derby in the same week. Has that ever happened before? I've never remembered that happening before. Maybe some of you guys who've been watching the Premier League all this time, you know, probably could tell me. I'm losing all of my adrenaline now. Now I'm getting tired again. So guys, we are 5 likes away from 30 likes. Guys, if you've not hit the like button, please do smash that like button. It does tremendously help the growth of this channel there. And if you've not hit the subscribe button either, please also hit the subscribe button as well. I was just trying to actually do something there. Very anticlimactic there. Hang on a minute. 2 seconds. I think I've got it sorted. There we go. Right, you can actually see the amount of subs I've got now. So, we are on 1,166 subs at this moment of time. If you can hit the subscribe button if you've not done so, it does really help the growth of this channel. We're 4 away from 1,170. Other things you can do to support the channel includes liking the channel, sharing the channel, commenting on the channel. That also helps as well. It helps with impressions and stuff like that. And if to go above and beyond, you can even be in the donations list. So we've got 3 members of that so far, Charlie, Jack and Luke. So thank you to all 3 of those guys for being absolute legends. And if you want to follow my social medias, they're down there as well. Twitter on the left, Instagram on the right. So there we go. I feel like that might just have to be it there. When you're a newly promoted team, you want to play the big teams first before you get found out, says Blue Terrier. Yeah, I guess. But also I feel like you want to try and get a good bit of momentum to start off as well. I feel like there's 2 sides to the coin. Do you want to play the really tough teams first to really go for it? Or do you want to really have a favourable run in to get your momentum going? So yeah, that's the, you know, that's like the 2 sides of a coin, isn't it? Okay, now Jack, you've earned that. There's been derby weekends across the leagues in the UK. No, yeah, I'm sure, but I don't know if it's involved the Manchester Derby and the North London Derby specifically. That's what I mean. I mean, obviously there've been, you know, weekends where we had multiple derbies, but have we had like the 2 biggest derbies of the Premier League together? I've not remembered that. But maybe they have. Maybe we have had it before, but maybe I'm just not remembering that. When's the West Midlands Derby, says Jack. Now, are you referring to Forest and Leicester? Because Nick doesn't want to say that's a derby. But that is also in the same week as the North London Derby and the Manchester Derby. So, following that's a question, I might as well show you when that is. Let's get that sorted there. If I can just find the fixtures. Please show me the fixtures. Thank you, guys. Right, so the first week of that, if I can remember, when was it? Let's see if I can find it. I think it was near the start of the season, actually. No, I think it was actually quite near the start of the season. See if I can find it. I'm pretty sure I know when the second meeting is, but when the first meeting of all of them were, I'm just going to quickly look for that. No, it's the 1st of October, that's right. So let's capture this. 1st of October. So, North London Derby starting at the Emirates. West Midlands Derby, I'm assuming that's what you're on about, Jack. Leicester Forest there. And also, Manchester Derby at the Etihad in the same week. So, that is quite crazy, that. And then for the second meeting between the 2, let's just make sure. Right, we definitely got to get at least to February time. In fact, no, I think it's actually a January or early February, actually. Sorry for hiccuping, guys. How rude of me. That's the alcohol from last night. Right, 14th of January. Yeah, that's it. So, crazy that actually the North London Derby and the Manchester Derby have their last appearance all the way to the 14th of Jan. So, as you see, Forest, Leicester there, Spurs, Arsenal, so at White Hart Lane this time, and then there is the Manchester Derby at Old Trafford. March 18th weekend is a reverse of opening day. No, that's right. That is true. Hope Derby gets sorted as soon as they can, as I think they have a serious chance of liquidation. Yeah, as I said, the clock is ticking. 2 weeks really is what I really see like the time limit going to be honest. So I really hope that they don't, because once they start running out of money, things get really, really dicey. Jack is just dissing on Wolverhampton Wanderers there. Being on the vodka again. Stop it, guys. Leave me alone. So, one thing I was a bit upset about is that I completely just talked over the Merseyside Derby like it was nothing. So, the Anfield appearance of the Merseyside Derby is on the 11th of February, 2023. So, that means the first Merseyside Derby is going to be at Goodison Park. So, when does that take place? Let's see if we can find it quickly. I don't know if it's too far into the season. Everton with a lot of home games there. Don't know what's going on with them there. Having a load of home games. Spurs there. Then Man United there. Southampton. When is the first Merseyside Derby? Can we find it? We've got Arsenal there. There it is. There's the first Merseyside Derby. 3rd of September. Okay, not too long into the season, to be honest. Obviously, I mean, by that time, this actually does go before the Derby weekend there, actually. So, yeah, Merseyside Derby, the first one, 3rd of September, and the other one, middle of February. Leeds versus Manchester United on the same day. Are you talking about the Derby weekend there? But yeah, if that's the case, then that's a huge weekend as well. Everton, Liverpool, and Man United, Arsenal. Those are 2 huge games to have in that weekend, actually. Chelsea, West Ham, local derby there as well. Brentford, Leeds, Villa, Man City. That's a really good weekend, actually, that one. Right. I think that's got to be everything. So it's 9:55. Villa and Wolves, that's the game, and I want to know when it is. Oh, you want to know when Villa and Wolves is? Okay, hang on a minute. I'll do that now. That's the last thing I'll look for. So Villa versus Wolves. Let's look at those. In fact, I think it might be better if I could just select on one of them and look at their fixtures. I'll do that. That's just going to make things so much easier. When do they play Aston Villa? Let's scroll down. Okay, not till January. Actually, so that is... I actually think that's the last game week of the first round of games, 2nd of January, because I believe that is when Chelsea play Man City, and I know we've got them to play last in terms of the first round of games. And that must mean Wolves must have them the second to last game of the season. No, that's not quite right. Okay, no, they're there. Didn't quite calculate that right, so no, that is actually not when Chelsea play Man City, but 6th of May. So 6th of May is when it's at Molineux, and then 2nd of January is when it's at Villa Park. So not till 2023 we're going to have that derby there. Right, Blue Terrier's going to be leaving. All right, that's fine. Kirchner was never serious over derby, but his deal was best for the administrators. And that's the problem, isn't it? You need someone who's committed to derby and best for administrators. And when you've not got that, then things get really problematic. So I do pray for derby in that regard there. We have Forest at home in September. Yeah, you do. Interesting stuff there. Right, okay, I think I'm going to have to wrap it up for today. So, guys, how did we do with likes? So we got to 30, still 25. Guys, let's see if we can get to 30 likes. That would be absolutely appreciative if we can get there. That really does help. Now we wait for the championship. Indeed, Jack. Indeed. Next week we'll find out what games we've got there. So, guys, if you enjoyed this stream, please give the stream a like. It just tremendously help the channel. Things you can also do to support the channel is hitting that subscribe button. We are currently still on 1,166. So if we can make a push to 1,170, that will be absolutely amazing if we can do that very, very soon. And also, guys, please do hit the share button as well. So share this channel around. It really does help the growth of this channel. Commenting also really helps. Just anything that you can do to leave something for this channel, you know, any bits of data is always very, very important for this channel. Oh no, the TV. Be quiet. I can tell my headphones have just turned off. Right, there you go. I didn't want to listen to Philip Schofield doing WeBuyAnyCar.com. Right, so I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, so like, subscribe, share if you can. That really does help the channel. And things you can also do, you can follow my social medias. Twitter's down there, Instagram's down there. And to go above and beyond, you can even be on a donations list. If you've donated a certain amount, it could literally be £1 and you'd already be there. So thank you, Charlie, thank you, Jack, and thank you, Luke. You are my, well, not my members, but you're my donators in, you know, forever. So thank you guys so much for that. Thank you everyone for tuning in today. Really enjoyed this, actually. Hoping we can do another one of these quite soon. And yeah, I think that might be it. I don't know if I'm going to make a video today now. I think that's my video done, really. So guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Tomorrow, I'll be doing my 3rd episode of a transfer show, so let's not miss that. That'll wrap it up for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are legendary if you saw the end of this stream. And as always, I'll see you guys soon, guys. Take care, everyone. I'll see you guys soon.